Hello, we are Ana Sevilla and Marcia Burnett from the Camille Research Group of the Department of Applied Linguistics at the Universitat Politécnica de Valencia. This presentation is about how to write an article for a magazine or newspaper. We'll provide you with information about how to write your article, we'll give you a model answer and some useful tips. Before writing, you should think of an interesting topic that you know something about to make sure that you can write with little or no preparation. Brainstorm for ideas if you have to. If you are given a topic beforehand, then think about interesting and original ways to deal with that topic, and if you are given some preparation time, do a research in order to get information from experts in the field. Try to tell things in such a way that your readers become curious and interested, that is, willing to carry on reading. Figure out who your audience is, beginners, intermediate level, advanced people. For example, if you are writing an article about creating PowerPoint slides, think about whether your readers are new to PowerPoint or people looking for advanced tips. Decide the style of writing and the genre conventions used. Think whether you are writing to persuade, inform, or explain, and choose the appropriate form. You should also think about the context, that is, where and in what situation the article is likely to be read and understood by the audience. The context will determine your language choices as well as the tone. Before writing, you should also try to choose a catchy, lively style which does not demand too much of your reader and which follows a clear and logical structure. Decide the length of your article if you are given the opportunity to do so. Compile a list of possible sources for you to consult, documents, internet research, and people to talk to. Write either an outline or a summary of your article in order to bring the concept of the article into sharper focus. Create this outline before you start writing your rough draft. When writing, try to capture your reader's eye and attention with a catchy title or headline and a suitable image or photograph. Hook your reader's interest by making the opening sentence intriguing, lively, catchy, or by giving the outline facts immediately. If you want to give the outline facts immediately, you should answer questions such as what, who, where, and when. Make your article lively by using a short opening sentence or a mix of shorter and longer sentences. Make your article appealing by using clear paragraphs that open with a topic sentence that gives, in a nutshell, what the rest of the paragraph will explore in more depth, and using hyperbole, that is, exaggeration for effect, but remember to use this with moderation. You should also make your article appealing by giving the most important facts and information first, as we already said. When writing, you should also try to develop the mindset of your potential future reader. Stop after each sentence and briefly reread what you have just written, but this time as a future reader might read it. Make sure the writing is lively, clear, interesting, and convincing. Think of whether you would want to read this article, and if not, that means that you need to make improvements. Make your article sound authentic and gain your reader's trust by writing in a natural and lively style. Avoid pretending that you are someone else, especially someone older or wiser. Just be yourself. When writing, you should also make your article sound authoritative and believable by writing confidently, including made-up interviews with experts, using made-up statistics and evidence for authoritative sources, and you can also use a mixture of vocabulary, including at least a few more complex words and a few technical terms. You should also try to avoid being overly emotional or too personal. An article has a wide and unknown audience who do not know you and who you don't know. So you should try to be neutral and be calm and polite. It is very advisable to use photos and images to attract a reader's eye and to clarify a point. But remember that in an exam, you shouldn't waste your time drawing, but simply draw a box where the image would be and label it describing what would be there. The first part of your article will be the title, followed by an introduction. You should think of an interesting title, but please remember that you shouldn't start and finish your article in the same way as a letter. For example,
past times are always better than present time.
In the introduction, tell your readers what you're going to talk about. Try and talk to your readers. Example,
our parents often say past times are always better than present time. But is this really true?
In the body, tell your readers what you promised to tell them. And remember to use informal language, as in this example.
Let's start with entertainment. Our parents had pop music, TV and cinema. However, if you look at entertainment today, I'm sure you'll agree that we are much better off than our parents were. We have the internet, satellite TV, we can watch online or DVD movies, and we can take all the best music with us everywhere on our mobile phones or MP4 players. Of course, there are computer games too.
In the body, you should also express your opinion, as follows.
Entertainment has improved, but has our quality of life? I don't think so. 30 years ago, pollution hadn't reached alarming levels and there wasn't nearly as much traffic on our roads. Although there was some unemployment, it wasn't as bad as it is now. What's more, life was less stressful.
Well, the last part of your article is the conclusion. In the conclusion, you should tell your readers what you just told them, but using different words and in a shorter way. You should finish your article in an interesting way too, further expressing your opinion. For example,
so, despite having more fun than our parents did, we also live in a more polluted, more stressful world where many people are unemployed. Perhaps it wouldn't be so bad to go back to the good past times after all.
After writing, there are a few things that you should check. You should check over your piece for presentation. Check also for faulty information by double-checking your facts. Delete any unnecessary or contradictory information. Delete anything that is just taking up space. Check for grammar and spelling errors. And read your article aloud to yourself in order to make sure that the text flows smoothly. Some of the conclusions of this presentation are that when you're writing an article, you should choose an interesting topic, you should find interesting and original ways to present it, you should pay attention to the style, context, genre, conventions, language choice, and tone. You should decide the length, structure, and the structure should be clear and logic. It is useful to write an outline and a summary, and you should try to capture your reader's eye, attention, and interest, as well as use clear paragraphs putting the most relevant information first. We advise you to try to sound lively, clear, interesting, neutral, unpretentious, and authoritative. You should stay calm and polite, and follow the following structure. First title, then introduction, then a body in a few paragraphs, and the conclusion or conclusions. Thank you very much for your attention.